Now to Sri Lanka, best known in sporting terms for cricket. The small island state can really hold its own at the wicket, even against big hitters like England, Australia and India. But now the Sri Lankan government seems set on getting the country known for another sport. And Alex Preston wonders whether playing this game is a tactic to shore up the country's reputation.
Asgaraya Stadium, Kandy, one of the most beautiful cricket grounds in the world, ringed by jagged hills, parakeets arrow across the outfield, flocking between the branches of banana palms and baobab that lower over the fences. The air is rich with sound as I walk out to bat. The rising call of brain fever birds, the rattling whine of tuk-tuks bustling along the city's colonial grid of streets, and, rather unsettlingly, the grunts of 20 burly adolescents who appear to be trying to kill each other in one corner of the ground. After the match, which saw our team of English authors trounced by the local prison guards, I wander over to the young men who are still throwing their sweat-gleaming bodies at one another. The boys gather round me. Behind them, grinning and avuncular, is their Kiwi coach, Neil Foote, one of a new band of rugby professionals now plying their trade in the country. The boys talk glowingly of the extraordinary rise of rugby in Sri Lanka. It is the fastest growing sport on the island, they tell me, with a fiercely fought local league, an international tournament, the Serendib Cup, between Sri Lanka, Madagascar and Poland, and a government with a paternal interest in the game's ongoing success. Two of President Mahinda Rajapaksa's sons take turns captaining the national side. The Rajapaksa family has spent the years since the end of the country's 30-year civil war in 2009 consolidating its hold on power. Mahinda Rajapaksa's brother, Gotabaya, is Minister of Defence, while another brother, Basil, is Minister of Economic Development. A third, Chamal, is Speaker of the Sri Lankan Parliament. In Colombo, a few days after our game in Kandy, a local rugby-playing friend, Ravinda Alvis, offers to introduce me to Yoshita Rajapaksa, the president's second son. We drive to an anonymous-looking street in the Cinnamon Gardens district of the city, a metal door in a high, whitewashed wall. I step inside and am led into the courtyard of what might be a Balinese spa. There, striding towards me, is the president's son, muscular and precise in spanking white Navy officer's uniform. He ushers me into a light-filled meeting room. I ask him if the rumours that he gets an easy ride on the rugby pitch are true. He pulls up a pressed trouser leg to show me his ankle, recently broken by a teammate in training. If anything, he says, they tackle me harder. He doesn't tell me what happened to the teammate. Rugby, he tells me, is more than a game. It is the glue that is sticking the country back together in the wake of the Civil War. Of the 32-man national squad, 6 are Tamil and 8 Muslims. I ask him how he feels about the way his father's government is represented in the Western media, as posturing, power-hungry, even tyrannical. I laugh, he says. The foreign press is a fairy tale. This government has changed everything for the people of Sri Lanka. When I was a boy, we used to check the papers every day trying to work out where the next bomb would be. That is tyranny. Now we have extraordinary freedom. I think back to Boudica at the Kandy Stadium. Why do you play rugby, not cricket? I asked him. It's a violent game, he said, grinning. Sri Lankans are violent. It is why we love rugby. This much is true. But I'm still struck by the sense of energy and optimism surrounding the game. Sri Lankan rugby may be funded by an autocratic regime, but it is making a difference to the everyday lives of this first generation growing up free from the shadow of civil war.
Alex Preston, now back from Sri Lanka.